Elysian Leap. So this game is a simple platformer game which tests not only your patience but also your skill and muscle memory. So you play as this character called Hang Tuah, and your main objective is to reach the top of this Gunung Ledang, to reach your lover, which is Princess Putri Gunung Ledang. So the controls are very simple. You move left and right, and then you can jump left and right. So the longer you press spacebar, the higher you jump. So for example, this is just tapping it, and then this is when you hold it, and you can hold the directional keys to determine your trajectory. So I will show you briefly the code behind the game. So this is our main menu, and it's very simple. It's just a back screen cover, and these are the buttons that go on the main menu. So this is the start game button, which just triggers the start of the game, and this is the quick game button, which skips to the ending graphic. And the most important part of our game, which I would like to say, is the hitbox. This is where we make our platform. So as you can see here, this part represents this hitbox, and here you might be wondering why there's a little crevice here. This is actually a hidden part, which is a feature in our game. There are parts where it is hidden and you have to discover them by basically just going up to them, and they'll disappear. So this is for the second stage, this is for the third, and in total we have around 10 stages. And here we have the skin. So this is what you see now here. So anything you put here, you can it will translate over the hitbox. This basically hides the hitbox. So this is our second stage, our third stage, the fourth, the fifth, and so on and so forth. And as you can see, as it goes higher up, it changes and there's more difficult angles. So this stage, here, and when you finally reach here, there will be a princess waiting here, and once you reach there, it triggers the cutscene. So I will show you 1 hour time lapse of the gameplay, and I'll also show you the ending cutscene. So this is the code for the ending cutscenes and the costume for the cutscene, but I'll show you briefly. You might be wondering what this is. This is the hitbox, the actual hitbox for the player itself. So this is the wind box. The wind box is basically, there's one part of the stage where there'll be wind and also there'll be ice. The wind will push you, and the ice is basically a slippery part of the level, and the snow hitbox slows you down. So this is basically our collision detector. This detects the collision between the hitbox and the player. So I will now proceed to the time lapse of the gameplay.
Overall, I'm quite satisfied with the outcome of our final project. The 8-bit style of the graphics are quite nice, and I think we were able to achieve the goal of making our game a frustrating game with a satisfactory ending.
Question 2. If you have a chance, what would you want to improve in this project? I would like to improve the sound of the character movement in the game, because the sound have a little bit ear-piercing, and this will make the attraction game to people decrease. Besides that, the first-person perspective of the game also should be improved, because when the player jump to some higher place, it will move to the next scene, and the player can't see the block where the character can move or jump. So it will make the player to guess where are the blocks. So I think this can be improved by making the block easily seen by the player. Another one is the character size. Maybe the character size should be more bigger, so that the player play, they can easily see and they no need to find where is the character are. The last one is maybe we can add some enemy or real animal in the game, so to improve it and making the game more reality. Question 3. If you are the evaluator, how much you will be given on your game project? Justify your answer. If I am the evaluator, I may like to give our game project 12 marks because the game is actually good, but the game is not very interesting because it has some similar to others game. I will give 12 marks is because it is harder for some people to play, and it is more challenging than others game.
Well, that doesn't look like a fun game. As a developer, I would say that's the point. This game is not meant to be fun, but it's meant to be satisfying. When you see other people play it yourself, you will get frustrated and think that you could do better and try it yourself. Before you know, you're addicted and hooked. This time-lapse is actually a 1-hour time-lapse of 3 people trying the game out. And as you can see, they kept trying it because when you reach a point where you have never reached before in the game, you get this sense of excitement and exhilaration along with a dopamine dump. And this is what gets you hooked. So as the developer, I urge you to try it before you say anything. Who knows, you may even reach the ending cutscene. And while on the topic, here is a spoiler alert. I will show you the ending cutscene.